Sunderland have been surprising everyone in the Premier League this season, considering they are a newly promoted team. And that's why my dad decided he wanted to see how far he could take them in 10 seasons on FM26. And I've set him a challenge to try and win 5 different trophies in 10 seasons, with the main aim to win the Premier League. But hey, if somehow he manages to win the Champions League, bonus points for Dad. And trust me, this 10 seasons turned out to be a bit of a grind, but stick around to the very end, because Dad has a trick up his sleeve that even left me shell-shocked. Right, Dad, taking over as Sunderland manager for the next 10 seasons.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to this. Should be a good one, really. A good little side, really.
Your ultimate goal, of course, is to win the Premier League.
Oh, it's going to be hard, isn't it?
Yeah. But I reckon 5 trophies. That's what I need from you. 5 trophies
Right.
to get there. I think that's the target for these 10 seasons with Sunderland. But, of course, the Premier League being the ultimate goal.
Yeah, okay.
So, with some key players, the likes of Granit Xhaka, who's fantastic.
I've inherited a really good skipper here, really. I think he's so good, and he's going to be good in that defensive midfield. He's going to be the sort of the heart of the team, I feel. Everything will work around him.
It's just such a shame he's 32.
That is my only problem, really. I mean, you just look at him. He is such a good defender, but he's also he can pass the ball. He knows
for passing.
He's really good for that as well. So I've just got to hope I'll get the most out of him before he actually retires, I think.
Yeah, absolutely. Now, you brought in one other player. There wasn't much for transfer budget.
No.
You brought in one other player, Matteo Caceria from Zenit. He is a Colombian striker.
I just looked at the whole team, really, and especially the tactic I wanted to play. I felt that I was weak as a striker. I think I have one striker who was half decent type of thing, and that was it. So
yeah,
I sort of gone out and got myself a really good striker. I feel that sort of I'll be there for a couple of years.
Yeah, and he started the season very well. He's got 3 goals in the league with a player of the match, and I've seen he's also got a goal in the Carabao Cup.
Yeah, good start.
So let's have a look then at the tactic that you're setting up with at the start of the season. So we got a combined of a 4-3-3, but in possession is the 4-3-3. Our possession dropping into a 4-2-2.
Yeah,
but strikerless.
Yeah, I sort of felt that we weren't strong enough not to get everybody beyond the ball type of thing, really.
All right.
So that's what I wanted to do.
Okay, getting everybody behind it, fair enough. I mean, that's the combined. It looks a little bit different there. But yeah, still playing as a high press, as you can see. In possession, standard, higher, that kind of stuff. So, yeah, I mean, I'm interested. When you're with the ball, it does look, obviously, attacking enough. And then when you're out of it, as you say, everybody is behind the ball. I haven't seen this, whether it's worked or not anywhere else.
Hey, I'm still learning, so it's new to me as well. So it's worth a go.
So at the start of the season, we obviously seen we scored some goals, and these are the results. We lost 2-1 at the start of the season to West Ham.
Yeah.
Beat Burnley 2-0, and there's the brace that he got there.
Yes.
Beat Huddersfield 3-1 in the Carabao Cup. Lost to Brentford, unfortunately, at home.
It's not a great start. I mean, you're looking at the only team I've only beat is Burnley, and I think Burnley came up with me, didn't they? So anybody that's in the Premier League at the moment, I haven't actually beat yet, so it's not a great start. But
no,
I'm still in the cup, so
yeah, that's it. Okay, so I think the last thing we need to check before we crack things underway for season number 1 is looking at the best 11. Who's going to be your sort of key players in there? I mean, the goalkeeper looks very good. I don't think you have to worry about him either. He's only 22 years of age and he's young. He's very good. Ronaldo is another, or Reynaldo is a very good left back, but again, he's 31.
Yeah,
Simon Adingra, which was one of their new signings. What a signing that was from Sunderland, by the way.
He's going to be around for a while, definitely.
Yeah, I think they've made some really good signings this season. And their midfield, obviously, Habib Diarra was a big signing from Strasbourg that they brought in, only 21. Enzo Lafi, who they actually got while they were in the Championship, was a great signing. Lex 2, of course, Granit Xhaka.
Yeah.
So some cracking signings then. Season 1 is underway. Let's see how you perform. Season 1 began with a rather inconsistent start, but there were some real promising signs of not only surviving in the Premier League, but thriving too. And new signing Caceria turned out to be an unbelievable acquisition for Dad, as he was the goal machine that Sunderland needed, picking up 25 goals across the season, with 21-year-old winger Talbi providing a good amount of assists too. The most disappointing part of the season for Dad was their performances in the Cups, as it was a 3rd round exit in the Carabao and a 5th round exit in the FA Cup to Championship side Millwall. But in the league, it was a huge final day win against Chelsea that had Sunderland fans up and celebrating, as he helped them jump up 3 positions, all the way up to 7th spot in the Premier League on their first season back. I'd had season 1 a 7th place finish.
Oh, I'm well pleased with that, mate, I tell you. I didn't expect that. Great result for us, please.
Yeah, that could be European football, as you can see there. 7th place, maybe even Europa League.
Good for the fans.
Well, Newcastle also got relegated.
Oh,
Very
for the Geordies,
good for
they're going to
fans.
love that, aren't they? So, yeah.
First season Newcastle relegated. And Fulham, to be fair.
Yeah.
Like, that's crazy for me. Finishing above Manchester United by the looks of it on the final day of the season, which is obviously great. FA Cup, 5th round by Millwall.
Yeah.
That's kind of the disappointing
That's
one,
the
really.
one I'm really disappointed with, yeah. I mean, you come up against a Premier League side and you just got to take whatever result you get. And I got knocked out by West Ham in the Carabao, but you expect to beat Millwall.
Yeah, being a division above,
Yeah.
you would definitely think that you would be winning that game. And then you're in the 6th round or the quarterfinals, and you're looking at trophies or getting to Wembley.
Yeah, anything can happen then.
Let's have a look then at the team and how they performed. What's a little bit worrying is the goals are only coming from one direction, and that's Casaria.
I'm pleased because that's what I brought him in for. So he's done the job that I needed him to do, and he's got me where I am in the league. So really pleased with that. But a bit disappointed what's going on behind him. Really, no help there really.
Yeah, and Talby is getting 13 assists, so it's kind of just those 2 guys. But might be the system, but at the same time, you finish 7th.
Yeah,
so.
I was just going to say I set myself up to defend more than I did to attack. So. You got to think of that as well.
Yeah.
And like you say, I've got 7th position. You're going to take that every year, really, for a team like Sunderland. So,
absolutely.
Yeah, I'm pleased with that.
So you've got £44 million, £45 million to spend this summer. Let's see who you bring in. For season 2, there was one transfer out, being Brian Brobby for £17 million. Transfers in included a new goalkeeper from Sporting for £8 million, a young striker from Rennes for £7 million, and a left-back from Italy for £11.5 million. A free transfer for Napoli was also there as a backup striker, but a big signing in Dragerson from Spurs for £22 million. But there was one more big signing. And that again was a free transfer as Dad reunited with his old friend Frank Kessie as a free transfer to be brought in to play alongside Granit Xhaka. Right, Dad, only one player out, 6 players in.
Yes.
One of them, of course, being Frank.
When he comes up on a freebie, mate, you've just got to grab him, especially with the team that I've got as well. Oh, it just improves my midfield so much. He can play in that defensive midfielder or he can play as a proper midfielder. He's got 2 rules, box-to-box midfielder, defensive midfielder. He's got it all, I feel.
Yeah. So is that sort of your key signing, would you say, for this?
It's going to be my key signing because I know how good he is.
Yeah.
And how good, what he can do for a team. There's a couple of other good signings there. I mean, you look at the one that you're looking at now. As a left back, I'm going to lock this guy in. I think he's that good. I've got to try, give him the playing time and get him to be a bit better than what he is now. And I think he can do that.
All right, well, changing the tactic as we can see here. So in possession, it's still a 4-3-3, but now out of possession, we are sticking a striker up there.
Yeah, I just feel I'm a little bit better now.
Yeah, so Angori is being locked in, as you say. If we went best 11 pick, we can see the team. Angori does obviously come out, but the rest of the team, I mean, O'Neill, is it? Well, Neil is in there. Dan Neil, which is quite surprising, to be honest. Kessie alongside Xhaka. Now, that is a midfield.
Brilliant midfield that is, isn't it?
What a midfield that is.
You just can't ask for better. And like I said, guess he'll just move into that sort of attacking midfielder role. So yeah, I'm pleased with that, really. I feel like I've got a really strong midfielder there as well.
Okay, well, the start of the season has seen 3 losses on the bounce.
Look at the teams I played against. I mean, I'm disappointed with the Nottingham Forest game, but Arsenal and Liverpool.
Yeah, so Arsenal 5-1, Liverpool 1-0 both away from home as well. But you started the season with a nice little 2-1 against Wolves, which isn't too bad. And then through to the next round just on penalties.
I'll take that.
Yeah, after Casaria actually missed the first one. But Frank's got his goal. Frank has got a goal in a Sunderland shirt. You love to see it. So there we go. We're off to the races for season number 2. This season will be hard to top the lead position of the first, but with some of the players that Dad has brought in and the continued form of Casaria, you just never know. The striker was on fire yet again, scoring 31 goals this season. But even Frank Kessie was chipping in every now and then, getting himself 5. The Carabao Cup unfortunately seen Dad out in the 4th round. However, in the Europa League, Dad got through the league phase, only to be eliminated in the knockout playoff round on penalties. The FA Cup was a big shame because Dad's Sunderland got all the way to the semi-final, only to lose to extra time against Crystal Palace. And again, a final day win helped him jump up a couple of places, but this time only into 10th. Well, ending season 2 in 10th place, Dad, dropping off from 7th last season.
That's all right. I'm still happy with that. you know, your second season is always your dangerous season. They always say that, don't they? It's
Yeah.
sort of like, but yeah, I'm still happy with that. Still in the top 10, sort of. Yeah, pleased.
It does mean, though, of course, you don't have European football next year because you were knocked out the knockout playoff round, which was on a penalty shootout too. So,
a
little bit
such a shame.
unfortunate there against Genk.
Yeah,
but
it's one of those things that you got to take it. Really, still a good season. I'm a bit disappointed with the Carabao Cup being knocked out by Sheffield United, but I nearly got there for the FA Cup tonight.
You're going to face Man City in the final.
It's over one game, though, isn't it? Anything can happen on one game type of thing, you know.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I'm disappointed with that one more than anything, really. Nearly got there, so that could have been the first trophy for me, really.
Yeah, okay. Well, let's have a look at the squad then and see how they performed this year, because goals definitely only came from one direction again. It was Casaria with 31, and Talby, who, of course, got the most assists last season, had less this season. It does seem like the goals are just not coming from anywhere else unless Casaria is on the pitch. Luckily, he is playing most games.
Most of the games, Jade. Injury-free, so it was a good season for him, really. But I'm getting a bit concerned, really, because he's getting on a little bit now as well. So I've got to be looking at bringing someone in to give him help, really.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
I mean, you brought in a striker last season. He just hasn't played.
No, I mean, I had him on the bench, and obviously because he played 53 games, he didn't allow the other guy to play. So
so Maita actually only played one game all season.
And I made a mistake there. I didn't make him available for the under 21s, so he would have been playing each week if he wasn't in the first team. So
yeah. That's something that is a real weakness of you that you always seem to forget. Recruitment for this season, though, you got £50 million to spend this summer going into season number 3. We're yet to have a trophy, of course, so soon enough we will need one if we're trying to get 5 before, of course, we get to those 10 seasons. No real noticeable names on the outs, but about £5 million being brought in. The ins, I thought, included 2 risky signings that didn't improve the first team in Robert and Ilchin, who is just 18 years old. However, there was one transfer in that wasn't a risk in my opinion, and that's £46 million for Franquinho, who is an absolute beast. Now, I love this signing. It cost £46 million, but he's probably going to be worth it.
Yeah, definitely, yeah.
He's very good, Franquinho. Fantastic attributes as well. He's grown already, and we're in Season 3, and he has developed into a cracking player. Not only that, very good on the ball for passing too.
He's only 23 as well, so I'm sort of really, really relying on this guy to do the business for me for a good 5 seasons here, I think.
Yeah, I agree.
Maybe even more.
Some good signings there.
Yeah.
Now, if we're looking at, obviously, the starting 11, you're locking in Frank Kessie into there.
Yes.
He's still going to be alongside, by the looks of it, Granit Xhaka, who's still around. He's still here for now. How old is he? So he's 34, but he's got good natural fitness. His mental attributes are disgusting. There's no way you're going to drop him from the team for now. But you have changed things around. We've got a free roll going on here in a 4-2-3-1, out of possession, what we're looking at here. So similar, but dropping down into a more defensive structure. Let's have a look. The best 11 pick obviously takes out Kessie, which is the reason why he locked him in.
Yeah.
Franquinho straight up there, though.
Yes.
Which is a good sign.
Right in, yeah.
So obviously dropping the main striker from last year, Casaria. I'd have thought you would have gone 2 up top, buying 2 strikers like that. I am quite surprised considering how many goals he scored.
I was a bit tempted to do it, so but I've just felt the attacking force behind them was better than playing 2 up front, really. So that's what I've gone for.
I'm also quite surprised. I mean, I know you signed Virginia last season, that he actually went into the starting 11 as the number 1 goalkeeper, because I quite like the Sunderland keeper. I mentioned him at the start there.
I thought he would be the main goalkeeper, and I just left it to the assistant manager to put it, whoever he thought was best to put in.
Yeah.
And he keeps putting Virginia in, so yeah, I'm not going to go against him. So that's my sort of starting 11. That's what I'm hoping for, really. I'm sort of making my defensive midfield very, very strong, and hopefully very hard to beat.
Yeah, so start of the season, you have had a hard start again because it was Manchester United and Liverpool, 2 losses there, but then you lost to Bristol City.
Yes.
Which is a crap one. You did beat Arsenal in the Carabao Cup,
that's a big result for me, really, isn't it? To carry on. So I beat York in the first round and then to beat Arsenal. Both games at home as well, and it's I really need these games to be at home. That's why I feel I'm most strongest. If I'm playing away like Liverpool, I'm getting hammered. So yeah, hopefully I'll settle for mid-table again.
Yeah, I mean, at the minute, you'll settle for anything to survive. You've got 1 point and you're in the bottom half. But I don't think it will stay that way. I think you have a good enough team to survive. But let's see if you can pick up and put your name on a trophy this season. The addition to Francolinho was a weird one because Dad not going 2 up front meant that Castilleja dropped out of the side. But Francolinho did play well, and he scored 25 goals in his first campaign at Sunderland. Another guy who was great was Talby yet again, who racked up 22 assists as well. It was heartbreak though in the Carabao Cup as Dad's lads reached the final only to be beat by Liverpool at Wembley. It was an awful season in the Premier League as they dropped all the way down to 16th and survived with a win on the final day, keeping them out of trouble. However, it turned out to be a successful season overall in my dad's eyes as they actually went to Wembley a second time in the FA Cup final, and although they went 1-0 down to Spurs, they fought right to the very end, scoring an equaliser in the 94th minute. This took the game to a penalty shootout where Spurs eventually missed, leaving it on the shoulders of Granit Xhaka. And of course, he scored. Well, there we have it then. First trophy on the board.
Yes.
And it's the FA Cup.
Oh, my favourite cup.
Yeah. Penalty shootout as well,
Only
just to make it dramatic.
Yeah, only on penalty against Spurs as well, against my team as well. So I'm going to take that every day of the week.
I
It's
thought
a
it was going to
trophy.
be an abysmal year after finishing runners-up against Liverpool in the Carabao Cup, and then
That's a problem, isn't
just surviving
Just survived, yeah.
in the Premier League down
Just
in
survived.
16th place.
I mean, Liverpool
38
come runners up
points.
in the league, so losing to them in the Carabao doesn't seem so bad now. So I'm still going to take that as a good season, really. I've managed to stay in the Premier League, and I've got a trophy in the bag. So, yeah, for me,
First
that's a
trophy on
good
the board.
season.
Yeah, that's 1 out of 4 completed. Okay, so let's have a look then. Let's see if it's better this season, goals-wise. 25 goals from Francolinho, which we expected to score quite a lot of goals, and he definitely delivered with 25. The chasing pack, though, not as much goals, but assists was there. Adil Aucic, who's got 10, and we've also got 22 from Talby this season, so he's bumped it up again on that right-hand side. I just worry because he doesn't really seem to be progressing.
He's not for all the game
ability-wise, although his potential suggests that he's really good, but he's put in the performances.
Yeah, I mean, he's played 44 games. You just expect him to be a little bit better than that, really, don't you?
Yeah, Granit Xhaka isn't planning to retire yet, but he is wanted by a couple of clubs. So I don't know what you're going to do about that. And Angori has developed quite nicely, considering obviously you've been playing him quite a lot.
Yeah.
So going into next season, the recruitment we can see £55 million again to spend, so roughly the same amount as what it was last season. So let's make it an interesting summer then. First trophy on the board. Now we need to capitalise, bring some better players in, and win some more. Just a few transfers out for the summer of Season 4, adding a nice amount back into the transfer budget. And Dad at first brought in a couple of players that aren't exactly game changers, but will definitely add depth to his Sunderland side. But the final signing was the big one as Dad paid over £60 million for left-sided midfielder Mukau from Lille. A very good player, might be slightly overpriced however, but he can certainly do any role in that midfield. Well, he doesn't want to stay.
No.
Free transfer.
Yeah, he didn't want to sign a new contract. He didn't want to stay with me.
That's a big loss.
It is, really. I just felt him and Kessie in the middle there was a good sort of combination, really. But, okay, he's had a couple of good seasons for us. Thank you very much, but see you later.
Moving on. So you've had to bring in a couple of players. You had to spend quite a lot of money. £60 million on Mukau.
Yeah, I mean, I feel this is his replacement. He's a defensive midfielder as well. So, yeah, I know it's a lot of money, but he plays in both positions as well. So you want the sort of that quality of a player for the Premier League, you got to pay for it, really. Yeah,
then we got a couple of youngsters, Victor Hugo coming in from Brazil and Fletcher Boyd coming in from Aston Villa for £19 million. So a young Scottish player who had quite a lot of... £20 million, not cheap.
No, it's not cheap.
For a youngster.
I just think he could be a good sort of striker or the shadow striker type of role, really, for me.
Yeah. Okay, well, if we're looking at the squad then, setting up this season, you've got Fletcher in there as that secondary striker, out of possession, drops back into a tracking midfielder. Kessie's locked in again, of course, we can see there. A little bit of a weird shape.
Yep.
So the combined 11 does this. I mean, let's have a look to see what it looks like in and out of possession. So when you've got the ball, Francolinho and Boyd kind of looks there. You got like a weird, I mean, advanced wing back's very good. I've really loved that role. A weird left-hand side because Victor Hugo drops in, and then out of possession, your standard 4-2-3-1 sort of setup with Francolinho sort of leading the line. How's that been at the start of the season then? Well, again, we've had an Arsenal fixture where you've battered them 3-0, which is weird because you lost 3-0 to Southampton.
Yeah, it's that away home game really again, isn't it? If I get Arsenal at home, it's a guaranteed win for me, isn't it?
Yeah.
So I'll take that anytime.
Southampton has signed Gabriel Jesus, which I think is hilarious, by the way. 0-0 draw to Brighton and a loss in the Community Shield, which we're not counting as a trophy anyway, to Manchester City. But you are through the Carabao Cup after a win against Norwich.
Yeah, I wasn't interested in the Community Shield, really. It's just a Mickey Mouse plate shield, really, isn't it? So you know what I mean?
And I'll eat my dinner off it. The Europa League fixtures that you've got. So we're back in the Europa League. That's good because obviously winning the FA Cup's put you in there. So back into Europe, which is great. Now, you want to be obviously competing in this, but there is some tricky ties in here.
Yes.
If you're looking at Ajax, Monaco, Aston Villa, Atalanta.
Yeah, there's some tricky teams in there.
Bologna's good on this. Fenerbahce, Feyenoord, Galatasaray, Lille. You just give them £60 million. There's some tricky teams in here. Leipzig, Napoli.
Yeah. There's a hell of a lot of teams that are trying to avoid, innit? And I don't think, I'm not going to avoid all of them. Somewhere along the line, I'm going to play, if I go through the rounds, I'm going to play at least 2 or 3 of them.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, it makes for an interesting contest.
Yes, definitely, yeah.
Let's see what happens. Season 4, and with 1 trophy already, Dad's side looked confident, and that shone especially through striker Francolinho, who in his second season at Sunderland banged in 33 goals and got 12 assists. Fletcher Boyd also scored 20 goals too, but the star was Talby, who got 25 assists in total this year. But there was some awful times ahead for Dad in the Cups as he exited both on penalties in the 4th round against Charlton and Warsaw. And his league form wasn't great again either, only moving up by 1 position into 15th place. However, they somehow found themselves in the Europa League final with a dream start as Frank Kessie scored from the penalty spot. And Dad's Sunderland side continued on from there, scoring again before half-time and getting that all-important third after half-time to go on to secure another trophy in emphatic fashion, beating Lille 5-0, with the best goal being the last by Talby. Another trophy won by Dad, and it's a fairly big one too. 15th place and 5-0 winners in the Europa League.
Get in.
Unbelievable. 5 different goal scorers
Big
too.
Frank started me off as well with the first penalty, so I'll take that at any time. Come
Look
on.
at that. That is great, isn't it? The trip along the way as well, rather impressive. Aston Villa in the round of 16. The quarter-final Bilbao, they were always hard to face. Semi-final Galatasaray.
That was the one.
2 legs against Galatasaray.
That was the one I was really, really worried about. Going to hell and getting a result.
Yeah. So fully deserved.
Yes.
Europa League.
I'm going to take that anytime. Yeah.
Very
First
good
European
indeed.
trophy in the bag. I'm happy with that.
Good job as well, because the rest of the season,
poor.
Pretty pants.
Yeah,
4th round by Warsaw in the FA Cup, 4th round by Charlton in the Carabao Cup.
I mean, on FA Cup, I'm the holders of that, and I've lose to Warsaw. They must have been well happy with that.
Yeah, in the 4th round as well. And then, of course, only 15th in the Premier League. So
skinning me teeth again.
I don't get it. I don't get how you've been so bad domestically and then go to Europe and then all of a sudden pull off.
I would like to say I'm a good cup team, but I'm losing in the FA Cup and Carabao Cup quite bad. So it's all on the day, innit? How you play on those particular days. So I'm going to take it every day of the week.
Getting the boys up for it.
Yeah.
Francolinho, though, what a signing. 33 goals and 12 assists. We finally got more than one player in double figures for goals as well, because Fletcher Boyd has 20.
That's the one I'm really pleased with.
Yeah.
I've got him in to do a job, and he's done it for me. He's helped getting the goals, so pleased with that one.
Very good signing.
Victor
and then
Hugo's
Victor
done it for me
Hugo,
as well. Yeah,
10 and 13 there. Very
Two
good
really
from
good
him.
signings for me there.
But look at the assists. Talby again with 25 assists, and then so many other players also in double figures for assists as well, which is great to see. So, so far, so good this season. Recruitment, you've got £46 million again with Champions League football. But I would say you probably need to start finishing a little bit higher at the league.
Yeah, I'm going to struggle this season, and I think I've really got to more concentrate on the league basis now, because I don't think I'm going to do anything in the Champions League. So it's a case of experience for the players, that is, this season, I think.
So that's 2 trophies down, 3 to go, but one of them, we need that Premier League. And we're 4 seasons in yet, and we're still in the bottom half. Transfers out this summer include Angori, the left back that Dad signed for just 11 million, going for 56 to Al Ittihad with extras, as well as the goalkeeper Royce for 2.8 million. Dad targeted a wonder kid in Chido Obi from Manchester United as his first transfer in, bringing in another striker who at 21 has lots of development ahead for £32 million. He wasn't the only signing from Manchester United either, as he also brought in Ngwashi, a defender, for 17 million. With one goalkeeper going out, a new one comes in, and this is a great signing in Jonas Erberg. The babyface shot stopper was only costing Dad 18 million. Dad's final signing was the best though. A left-back Valentin Barco joins the club on a free transfer, going straight into the lineup. Busy transfer window.
Yes.
Few players going out for 30-odd million pound. The likes of Chido Obi Martin coming in from Manchester United, which is a good signing.
A good signing for me. He's only 21 and he's quite good already, I feel.
Yeah, this is the best I've seen him.
Yes.
In a few seasons, this is really good. You consider we're only in season 5. He looks fantastic. There's other players as well. Another Manchester United youngster, Jaden Washi. He was a centre-back or right wing-back.
Yeah, I'm going to lock this guy
quite
in.
Good.
I think he's that good to... he's only 20-year-old as well. Give him the gameplay, so I'm going to lock him in straight away.
There was always a weird thing I felt growing up between Sunderland and Man United, where if a player couldn't quite make it at Man United, they'd always move to Sunderland.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah, it always had like a weird link there. So I like that you're continuing this, which is kind of nice. But I mean, more players going out, £56 million for Angori, and then bringing in Barco on a free transfer.
Hey, what a bit of business
Who's
that
a
is, isn't
better
it?
player?
Yeah, that's a good bit of business, isn't it?
Yeah, that's very good. I'm quite proud of that one for you, to be honest. Proud of you for that one. The goalkeeper's gone, which is a shame. I thought he'd be one of your best goalkeepers, but you did bring in Erbig, who's again arguably better and only 26. So
ideal age for me, so he will see me through now to the 10 seasons. I think.
Yeah, so this is the turning point, I think, with this team, and we're looking at the match day squad. I mean, you're going with the same formation. Basically, there's a few changes in there. Out of possession goes back to that 4-2-3-1, but in possession, this is wild.
I'm trying to be a little bit more attacking. I feel that's what's doing me really. That's why I'm sort of like a bit. I made my defense a little bit stronger. I feel my midfield's a little bit stronger as well. So I'm just going to go. I've got these boys up front, Boyd and Obi. Is it up front? These guys are going to score goals for me.
Yeah.
So I've got to give them the chance. I've got to get the ball up to them.
All right.
So that's what I'm going for.
Okay, I feel bad for Simon Adingra because he's so good.
Yes.
You've just got him not even on the pitch anymore, but never mind. Ruthless. Let's have a look at the fixture schedule then. Again, tough start. You played Arsenal though and lost. What's that all about?
Oh, I don't know what happened there. I think I was still had a hangover from playing Real Madrid in the Super Cup and losing on penalties.
Yeah, that's
I nearly beat Real Madrid.
Obi Martin scored on his debut as well.
Yes.
30 minutes into the game. But then I lost to Brentford 3-2.
Yeah.
Not great. And then a win against Aston Villa with Fletcher Boyd scoring the winner in that one. Does look like Valentin Barco started quite nice as well. He's done very well.
Not too bad. Not too bad of a start, really. So fingers crossed it'll be a better sort of season for me, really.
Okay, well, we've won 2 trophies so far. Can we pick up another one? Maybe even the Champions League, because we're playing in it this season, although the likes of Bayern Munich, Fiorentina, Midtjylland, Galatasaray, some big clubs in there to face. Let's see what happens. Off the back of being European champions but struggling in the league, it was a weird season 5 for Dad as he began playing in the Champions League while going into every Premier League game as the underdog. But with a good strike force, Chido Obi Martin came straight into the lineup and he bagged 22 goals with 9 assists, playing absolutely excellent. While Barco, the new left back, slotted right in as the other high performer, getting 15 assists. Dad had a good Champions League campaign though at Sunderland, getting through the knockout playoff round into the round of 16, where he was eliminating Inter Milan and unfortunately fell to Stuttgart in the quarters. What he will be pleased with is another trophy, as they this time beat Wolves in the Carabao Cup final to win his 3rd overall. Topped off with an 8th place finish in the Premier League, and all things considered, it isn't a bad year, just maybe not a great one. I think the most disappointing part of this season was this.
100%.
Quarter-final losing to Stuttgart.
I was going to treat it as a season for experience, and when you get that far, you're thinking, especially when you come against a team like, no disrespect to Stuttgart, but you still fancy your chances, don't
Yeah.
you? You know, over 2 games, you're thinking, let's get them home.
Then it's in
and
a
then do 'em.
semi-final
Yeah.
against PSG.
PSG. I mean, that's what have been. You know, you're looking at look at the other 3 teams in that. So
Yeah.
you're thinking, all right then.
I mean, Real Madrid battered AC Milan 9-2
Yeah.
on aggregate. So that's what you had to come up against if you got any further.
Great season for experience, I feel, for the lads, really.
Yeah, and a third trophy.
Yes.
The Carabao Cup was won.
Yes.
Season 5,
all the
we're
big guys
halfway
went.
through, and you've won 3 trophies.
Yes. Not doing too bad, am I?
Yeah, well, the Premier League, though, we are still struggling. We're
Yeah.
not quite anywhere near that top 4, and it's an 8th place finish, which probably means like Europa Conference League next
Yeah.
season, which might be quite good.
I mean,
61
don't get me
points.
wrong. For me, that's a fantastic season. From where I was last season and the season before, struggling and just keeping my head above the relegation. Bang, in 8th place, won a cup final, and done that well in Europe.
Yeah.
You know, in the Champions League as well. I was with the big boys then.
Yeah.
So I'm going to take that as a big, big season for me. Great season.
And for Sunderland fans, a second Newcastle relegation.
You'll never see it, I don't think, but hey, we're going to give it to you, really.
It's so good. It happened twice. Unbelievable. Great stuff. Right. Squad-wise then, let's see what happened between well, Chido Obi-Martin was top scorer. Frank
Yes.
Lino dropped off 16. That's disappointing. What a shame.
It is a little bit disappointing, but Obi, I'm going to take 22 goals from him first season.
Yeah.
What a start for me there, really.
Great from him. 16
Yeah.
from Francolino, still only 25. Lots to give still.
Fletcher's done me well as
13
well.
and 12 from
Yeah.
Fletcher Boyd in that attacking midfielder. And Valentin Barco, new left back, coming on a free transfer. 15
goals
assists and 7
assists.
goals.
You've got
Yeah,
to be happy with that, haven't you, for a free transfer?
yeah,
Really
very
pleased
good.
with that.
Okay, well, transfer budget is £41 million. Might have European football. Definitely have another trophy to add to the cabinet. Let's see what season 6 brings us. Departures for this season, unfortunately for Dad, included his number 1 goalkeeper Erbig, who had a minimum fee release clause that was activated, meaning he had to go out and find another new goalkeeper, and he did, with Kinski coming in from Spurs. He also found a fantastic young Argentinian talent who was just 21 years old for attacking midfield. But then he found the jackpot, in my opinion, as a Belgian new gen called Raymond Mendy was signed, and he looks absolutely quality already. The highs and lows of a transfer window, eh?
100%. I mean, I'm so disappointed I lost my goalkeeper.
Losing the
He was-
keeper
after
in-
1 season.
Yeah, on a release clause,
Yeah.
£39 million. I mean, you brought in Kinski, who's quite good.
I'm really pleased with it, to be honest with you. I didn't think he was going to come to me, but I've got him at a good price as well.
18
He's
million.
still young as well,
Yeah.
so yeah, I'm pleased with that.
We watched his debut, of course, for
we
Spurs.
did. Yeah, we did. And he didn't he play well?
Yeah, he did,
Against
yeah.
Liverpool
When I
in
had
the
to
semi-final.
watch Spurs. But Raymond Mendy might be the best signing
Oh,
of this so far. That
100%.
is phenomenal.
yeah. Only 20. Let's have a look at that. Only 20. And look at this guy already. And his perfection, his personality, which you always say is one of the best ones to look for, isn't it?
It is. What a striker
I found
we
this
have
guy.
on our hands. From Standard Liège in their youth camp. He got 18 goals last season when he
Yeah.
was like 19 years old. 29 years of age. Now, what kind of horrible football are you going to make him play? Let's we're going a little bit more standard. 4-2-3-1 with a deep line playmaker. 2 playmakers, in fact. We know how much you love the playmakers.
Yeah.
Dropping into a 4-2-2. Not locking anyone in as well. So if he went best 11 pick, of course, he doesn't get into the team.
No.
What?
I'm just going to let them fight it out.
I mean, Adel Auchi is ineligible, so it doesn't look like he's out on loan. So he might get in still.
Yeah.
Oh, that might be a something you might regret. We'll have to see. Now, start of the season, we have got Liverpool in the Premier League, and we've beaten them 5-3. So there's a good start there.
Yes.
Europa Conference League qualification, you had to win that.
Yeah.
But the other 2 fixtures is bad. Drawing
It's-
to Southampton, only scoring in the 92nd minute and losing to Ipswich.
It is when you look against the teams I've played against, Southampton and Ipswich, and you lose.
Oh, and Arsenal.
Or draw.
Again, Arsenal again. What?
I know. But to give Liverpool an hammering as well, to 5-3, I'm going to take that as well. So, yeah. And the UEFA Conference, do you know, after last season being in the Champions League and how well I've done, I've got to feel a bit confident about this one.
Well, yeah, absolutely. If we're looking at the teams that are in it, I mean, when we had that Europa League season, we were going through the amount of teams in it that
there
was hard.
Easily 6 teams in that, wasn't there?
Yeah, you're going through this one and you're like, oh.
Yeah.
I mean, you've basically got Lyon as like big clubs in there. That might be it. Celta Vigo, possibly.
Yeah.
but clubs who might cause you some real problems.
I always find Parma's going to be an hard side, the Italian side.
Well, you say that, but they're so up and down in the Italian league, so we don't really know what they're doing. No. Parma in like late 90s, yeah, but they haven't got Buffon and
that's right, yeah.
Crespo
I just
anymore.
find any Italian side really hard to beat.
Yeah.
I've got to win that game at home.
Yeah, I mean, there's a team called FC Noah from Armenia in here. You should do very well.
Yeah.
But there we go. Season number 6. Big signings coming in. Will he play, though? I really hope he does. Let's find out. I have a lot of disappointment for this season because I just knew what was going to happen after seeing Dad's in-possession tactic. And that was Raymond Mendy not getting the game time that he deserved. Although Franquinho was right to keep his spot as the only striker on the pitch because he scored 27 goals this year. This season, Dad lost in the semi-final of the Carabao Cup to Wolves, who of course he beat in last year's final. And it was an underwhelming season in the Premier League as he went down in the table back to 11th spot. However, the celebrations continued as Dad got to the Conference League final this time round and won against Sandford 2-0, lifting another different trophy as he makes it 4 in 6 seasons and well on track for 5 if he could potentially win the Premier League. Well, we got ourselves another trophy. Yes. European one as well.
Yeah, I'm really, really pleased with this. I'm definitely a cup team, aren't I?
Yeah.
Not a domestic cup.
Well, that's two of the European trophies won. Europa League, Europa Conference League. However, it's gone the other way. You should have been going up.
Yeah, I should have been, But,
that way. But
I'm going to take that, though.
Yeah, Dan Neil and Raymond Mendy. He scored a penalty in the final there in the 70th minute. And again, it's a good job too because semi-final in the Carabao Cup, 4th round in the FA Cup, and only an 11th place finish in the Premier League. You're struggling in the league, aren't you?
Yes. I just can't get into that top sort of 6, really, I'm looking at, really.
Yeah.
Struggling to get in and around there, really.
Really are.
I feel I should be doing now.
Because we've got 4 seasons left.
Yes, I know.
And you're still in 11th place in the league. Now, what is good to see, I mean, goals-wise, Franquinho's got 27. So he's still playing. He's got 20. He's only 26 years of age as well. But I didn't think Raymond Mendy would play that much. He's only started 20 and played 16 off the bench. I do feel like I would have been locking him in last season and making sure he played way more because obviously now Chido Obi Martin hasn't played at all. So he's barely played this season. That's a huge mistake I think you've made. Yeah, that is, and I cannot believe I'm calling you out because you deserve it. I cannot believe, knowing how you play this game, you did not go 2 up top. I'm so shocked by that.
Especially for the Premier League, because I usually like playing 3 up front in the Premier League, and I just think it's this new tactic thing. Really, I haven't got my head round it properly.
The in and out of possession.
Yeah.
Because you're going, I have got 2 up top. You haven't.
And I think that's what I'm sort of looking at, and I'm thinking, I'm trying to get better at it. I just think when don't forget, we're going back probably a week and a half, 2 weeks ago now. When I started doing this now, and I'm still learning it. So I'm getting better, but I'm just in and out of possession is doing me at the moment. I've got to focus on the in possession and be more attacking, and then worry about the out possession when I've got my attacking squad set up.
Yeah, because you've done the opposite here, basically.
Yes. I'm trying to make myself very hard to beat, and I'm worried about what I'm doing there rather than. I've got to try and win a game first.
Yeah, that's it. And your players are suffering. Yes. Like I said, Chido Obi Martin was your top scorer last year. Started 1 game, got 3 off the bench.
Yeah, that's a bit. And I think I'm a little bit lucky there because it hasn't affected him too much. And I know he's a really good player.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Okay, well, let's see what we do next season. You got £68 million. Europa League football, £68 million. But we need to do better in that league because you're not getting anywhere near the Premier League. However, that is 4 trophies out of 5 won, and 2 of them are European. Didn't think I'd be saying that, Sunderland fans. Did you? It's a sad time in Season 7 because Frank Kessie is a name on the transfers out list. Dad's first true football manager love being binned off for just 2.8 million. However, the transfers in were still really good. A free transfer for Ousmane Diomande at the back is a great start. Alan Matura was a good left-back addition as well. Another new gen in Luis Manrique that cost £21 million from Juventus, which seems a good addition. And finally, Luca Erline, who was the most expensive player in the list at £36 million and was bought in from Hoffenheim. I'm kind of sad to see him go, Frank Kessie.
So am I, really. But Frank, you threatened me, mate. He came up to me and said, "Boss, I'm leaving next season. I'm seeing out my contract and I'm going. I said, all right then, I'll sell you this season. See you later.
Wow.
So that's what happened. So I sold him.
No
Made sure I
love
got a
lost
bit of money
there.
for him.
Yeah.
And
The love story is over,
yeah,
ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah, so I got my ever best mate in Diamande.
Diamande,
I got him on a
free.
freebie. So I mean, he's only 27, so he's going to see it the rest of the seasons for me. Really, I feel what a centre back this guy can be for me. But he can also push into that sort of defensive midfielder if I really need him.
Yeah.
If I get a couple of good centre backs in, I can push him into the Frankesi role.
Oh, yeah. I mean, Luca Erline is another centre-back. That's quite good as well. But Luis Manrique, a new gen, centre midfielder, looks quite good, to be honest. Mental attributes are decent.
Yeah.
6'4", can jump as well. Just needs to work on his technicals, to be honest, but has the potential to do it. Peruvian, only 21 years of age.
Good signing, I feel.
No change to the tactic, though. I'm so shocked for this.
Yeah.
So shocked, but all right, we'll see how it plays out. The start of the season, you've played Arsenal again. I don't know why this keeps happening, but this time you lost 1-0.
Yeah.
Kai Havertz go. Starting off with a 1-0 win. Dan Neil, who's still getting into the team.
Away to Leeds. That's a hell of a result, really, isn't it? So
Yeah.
I'm going to take that.
Conceded the 94th minute against Villa, which isn't great.
Yeah.
But draw against Liverpool.
Yeah.
And again, 1-0 up. And Peralta scored the goal, but Gravenberch equalised.
The way I'm looking at it this time, I'm doing a little bit better away from home.
Yeah.
So, fingers crossed for this season, I think.
All right, well, season number 7 we're on to now. So we need that Premier League. We need to get closer in the Premier League. I personally think 2 up front might have got him there with the players he's got. Another bizarre season ahead because no striker really stood out across the season other than Chido Obi, who scored 17 goals in just 13 starts. It was the attacking midfielders and wingers who seemed to do really well this year though, like Peralta. However, Talbi was the MVP of the season, scoring 18 goals on top of 25 assists, which in my opinion is numbers that are almost as shocking as nearly the 40% of people watching who haven't subscribed to the channel. What's up with that? Press that big red button and join the crew. It's free and it means a lot to me as we try to get to 200k subs before the new year. Dad just can't get this Sunderland team going in the league. A 12th place finish isn't exactly screaming title push after 7 seasons. However, Dad has still won not just 1 but 2 trophies as he first lifts the FA Cup with a 1-0 win over Leeds, followed by his second Europa League win for Sunderland, defeating Brentford in the final 3-2 to add 2 more trophies to his cabinet, taking it to 6 in total. Well, it's another European trophy. I don't know how you're doing it because you absolutely suck in the Premier League.
I know, but I'm a cup-winning team, aren't I?
This is so bizarre. I mean, finishing very high. Torino was the only team that knocked you off the top there. You won 8 out of 8 as well, which is quite remarkable. So the round of 16 knocking out the dirty rats of Rennes, quarter-final Shakhtar, and then semi-final Real Betis. But going on to face Brentford in the final, which only, as well, you won in the FA Cup against Leeds.
2 trophies
So 2
in one
trophies,
season.
6 trophies, still no Premier League, and that's because we are still in the
12th.
bottom half.
Yeah.
12th
I
place.
can't creep up above 8th place at the moment, can I? That's what I want to get into, sort of around the 6th mark. If I get in there, I'll be a lot more happier. But I think it is. It's a tactic I'm playing. I'm not playing attacking enough. I'm still worried about conceding goals and just taking a result when I can get it. And
Yeah.
lucky enough, in the cups, it's on the day, innit? And I'm obviously doing well on the day. So yeah, over the season, I'm not doing so well.
No, I mean, speaking of during the season as well, Raymond Mendy has left the club. I'm not surprised because you weren't barely playing him.
No.
He has gone on a release clause of £72 million. He was playing youth football. No wonder why he wanted to leave. You're leaving big talents like that out of the squad.
It could come back and bite me, that one.
Oh,
but for the club,
such a good player.
For the club, it was good. It was 50 million profit. So you've got to look at the finances as well. But yeah, it could come back and bite me, that one.
Only 22.
I hope it don't.
I hope it does. You deserve it after that. The top scorer was Peralta, who's only got 18 goals. So Talbi got also 18, but he had 25 assists. He's been really good since the very beginning, to be honest.
Yeah.
He's been absolutely amazing. But it looks like Chido Obi and Francolinho sort of shared the striker role, and Chido Obi got 17 goals in only 13 starts.
Yeah.
So after last season not being able to play many games at all, this season he did, and he's showing you exactly why you should be playing 2 up front.
Yeah.
with Francolinho also getting 17 goals. Fletcher Boyd getting 12 and 14 too, and Vantin Barco getting 13 assists. You've got £63 million in the bank. It's another Champions League campaign ahead of you as well after winning that. I just really want to see better decision making on the pitch, and of course I want to see a better league position.
Yes, so do I.
Going into season number 8. After losing Raymond Mendy in January of season 7, Dad didn't sell any players going into season 8. However, transfers in, it was rather interesting. First off, a Bulgarian midfielder who I'm not overly sure about for £9 million. Orlando Gonzalez, a new gen from Peru, comes in, and I'm really liking the look of him, but he wasn't Dad's best signing, because that honour goes to Matt Dowdle, a young USA international who is absolutely mint that Dad picked up on a free transfer from Freiburg. Okay, we're struggling financially.
Yes.
Because of this, the 30% transfer revenue made. So every time you're selling a player, you better get anything out of it.
Yeah, I mean, I was looking to sell a couple of players to get a bit more money and to go for a better standard of a player. Now I really need them now. I've got to have that final push on. I couldn't do it now. So I can only use what they're giving me, or free transfers, really. So that's what I'm looking at, really. Yeah, and a couple of good free transfers did come in, well, lately. Anyway, Matt Dowdle looks really good on that left-hand side as a free transfer. This guy could be really good for me.
He looks good.
This is a hell of a find, I think. This is just as good as that striker that I've lost, so I've got to make sure I don't lose this guy, really, I think.
Yeah, so, I mean, we're looking at it. You are locking in a couple of players. I wouldn't be locking in Lichev.
Yep.
I mean, he ain't good. He's just not good at all. But I think sometimes you look at, he's only 22 and he's got 2.5 stars without thinking he's got no potential to get any better. But yeah, again, you're still learning the game.
I am, yeah.
Orlando Gonzalez.
This is another signing for me, yeah.
He is good.
Yeah, I'm unlocking this guy in as well.
Yeah, he is good. He's got better potential. He's already better as a player than quite a lot of the players in your side.
He can use both feet, so I can use him on both sides, but I've locked him on the left-hand side.
Yeah, he is good. And finally, in possession, oh my God, 2 up front.
Here we go.
About bloody time. And if we look at the best 11, Francolinho and Obi is the 2 strikers up there. If only you did it last season when you had Raymondo, whatever he was called, up there. So, but out of possession, dropping into a 4-2-3-1.
I feel the 2 wingers I've got, the new winger on the left-hand side, he's going to be so dangerous. But this guy on the right,
been amazing.
We know how good he's getting now. Yeah. So I feel really I've got 2 guys that are going to be feeding these 2 guys up front.
Yeah.
So I'm fingers crossed this could be a really good season for me.
Okay, well, the start of the season. Haven't played Arsenal. Shocking.
Yeah.
But you did lose to both Liverpool and Everton.
Yeah.
But you did beat Manchester City in the Community Shield.
Good.
So lost
That's
one
a great
Super
trophy
Cup.
to win as well, isn't it?
Oh, everybody loves it. Everybody loves it. Beat Norwich 2-1. Drew to Manchester United at Old Trafford as well, going 1-0 down within the first minute. And then a nice little 1-0 win against Cardiff in the Carabao Cup.
This could be my best starting season, I think.
Yeah, and that's shocking considering 2 of the games have been losses and 1 draws. And you've only won 3 games.
I mean, I'm looking at it and think I've beat Man City, really, so that's a really good result, really. So, and getting a draw at Old Trafford.
Yeah.
So I'm going to take this as a positive. This could be a really good start for me.
Season 8, and the best start in the Premier League is 1 win, 1 draw, and 1 loss.
And I got the 2 up front, so this could be really good for me.
Really high expectations going into season number 8. With Dad going 2 up front, there were 2 strikers who profited, bagging over 20 goals this season. Chido Obi got himself 22 goals, with Francolinho scoring just 1 more than him. All eyes were on the wonder kid Dowdle, though, and how he adapted to fit into England, and he didn't disappoint, scoring 8 and getting 17 assists. The Champions League run was good again, knocking out Benfica in the playoffs, Spurs in the round of 16, and only losing out to Inter Milan in the quarter-finals. But it was a disappointing time in the Premier League campaign, only finishing in 9th place. This season was saved because of a penalty shootout in the Carabao Cup final, meaning Dad will still have European football next season at least, and it takes him up to 7 trophies. Talk to me, what is happening? 9th place.
It's getting better again.
Even Newcastle are above you.
I've got another trophy.
Yeah, I mean, the Carabao Cup was won. Yeah.
I've got another trophy and I've moved up the league. It's positive. You got to look at it positive.
Got to the quarter-final of the Champions League.
Another
knocked
positive.
out by the finalists
Oh,
Inter
come
Milan.
on.
Yeah.
So, you got to look at that experience side again. Inter Milan are an hard side to be.
Knocked out Spurs as well,
So there
which is
you
quite
go,
funny.
really. Yeah.
Considering
So,
they went on to win the league.
Yeah.
And you knocked him out of the Champions League. But, what is going on? We're 9th place in the league. This is...
I just looked at that really and thought I played more attacking and it paid off. I went up the league, no worry about being relegated. Got another trophy in, done well in Europe. It's given me an idea. It's given me an idea, and I might just sort of go for it next season.
Talk about a glass half full type of guy you are.
No, I'm going to go for it. I'm going to really go for it next season.
Okay,
I think I've got the team to do it.
We've got Francolino on 23 goals, Chido Obi Martin on 22. So they're both sharing around the goals there. They're both doing quite well. But Matt Dowdo got 17 assists. Again, he looks absolutely exceptional. What a free transfer that is. The two players that were locked in, Orlando's got worse in terms of the star rating. He's actually gone down to a 3-star, and Lichev has stayed, shock, at a 2.5 star. What a failed player that is. So, okay, well, bringing in £50 million of the transfer, well, 30% of it, £55 million.
I did ask the board if
budget.
they would change it, and they just were not interested.
No.
So I tried.
Well, they're going, no, because you're in 9th place in the league.
But I'm winning trophies for them. I'm doing well in Europe. I mean, come on, I've got, what was it, the quarterfinals of the Champions League? You've got to help me. I can only do so much with one arm tied behind my back, and that in a lot. Come in, mate. Come in.
Violinist on his way in. That's transfers out this season brought in technically over £60 million. However, it wasn't given that back because of the percentage of revenue by the board. Just the two signings coming in, two new gens, with Jose Miguel filling Maturo's position, who has just left at the left-sided centre-back or left-back. But Nuno Valente was the guy coming in who brought the buzz around Sunderland. Like Dowdo last year, young and exciting, however he did cost £30 million. Right, well, in terms of transfers, just one big player out with Maturo for 48. Didn't get much out of it because of the percentage.
I thought I hate it when this happens. You sell a player for a good price, 48 million. You think, I can do a lot with that. And I think I ended up with 8 million for it.
Yeah,
So-
but you need to sell them to actually get the money. And then Jose Miguel has come in, who kind of replaces him, to be fair, but he's not an amazing player.
No, he's
this
not.
guy is.
Yes, this
Nuno
is the guy.
Valente, the Portuguese player that you've got from Estoril. Yeah. £31 million, looks really good to begin with, only 22, and has a good potential on the game as well.
I mean, this makes up for the guy that I lost, really, doesn't it? So
Perfectionist
it's
personality.
almost identical player, really, isn't
Yeah,
it?
so-
I feel I was lucky to get this guy.
Welcome to the land of you'll never play and will ruin your career. You're
let's-
basically trying to be Man United.
Let's see what happens, mate.
Let's sign all the
let's
promising
just
players
see what happens
and
now.
ruin their careers and turn them into nobodies.
What season we in now?
9.
Season 9?
Yeah.
Go on to this.
Well, you're playing him. You've locked him in. Valente, he is playing. But this is mental.
Yep.
What?
I've just looked at the players that I've got, and I'm thinking to myself, I've got one hell of an attack inside here. So I thought, season 9, I'm going for it. I'm going to get all my best players playing up front. Go for it. Premier League, you win it by scoring goals. Here we go.
I'm so excited to see how this does. I'm so excited. You've never made me more proud in all of because in possession, that is amazing.
Yeah.
Oh, I so hope this pays off. I really, really do. How has it started? The start of the season. Oh, it's good. Man City losing 5-0, but you beat Bristol City 9-5. Amazing. Arsenal again. Get out.
Add on
3-2.
3-2.
Oh, I love it.
The Conference League 5-1.
Come on. please do well. Let's see how this one does.
I'm scoring goals, lad.
My fingers are so crossed for this. Dad completely threw me off of his tactical setup, and although I was hoping it would do well, I might not have expected it to do as well as it did. Players were eating up the goals. Strikers and attacking midfielders were putting up insane numbers. Dowdle scored 28 and got 27 assists. Chido Obi Martin scored 29 goals, and Franquinho scored 31 and had 16 assists. And in total, 5 players scored over 20 goals, and Nuno Valente was also one of them. The season matched the stats, a cup final against Villa that Dad unfortunately lost 4-2 in the FA Cup. However, another win in the Europa Conference League in extra time against Real Sociedad. But what about the Premier League? Well, a final day home win against Norwich turned out to be the best day of Dad's career as Sunderland manager so far, as they won the league in dramatic fashion, taking it to 9 trophies. Premier League winners on the final day.
City, you lost it, and I come through and pinched it away from you.
Amazing.
What a team I got.
Beating Norwich on the final day, winning the league, but also going on and winning the Europa Conference League.
Yes.
It was almost a bloody treble.
Yeah, I know.
Losing the FA Cup final.
FA Cup final.
What has happened here? Sociedad 4-3. By the way, I was so rooting for you when I seen that tactic, and in my head I was thinking, there's no way. There's no way. And somehow you've pulled that off with Sunderland.
When that light bulb just comes through and you just think, you should be playing strikers here, and you've got a really good team of strikers. I've done it. And I thought, it's season 9, I haven't done any. I knew I had a few trophies. I knew I won the trophy sort of thing. I didn't want the trophy thing. It's good. Especially seeing I was winning a lot of European trophies.
Yeah.
It's the big one I wanted, and I just thought, I know when you go 3 up front in the Premier League, I normally do well in that. So I thought, right, just get on my forwards on that pitch. How did I do it? And I knew I had to play wingers.
Yeah, wingers are very good.
Yeah, we know this in the new game. You got to have your wingers who can dribble and go down the whole line and get a ball over. So I had to get the wingers in as well. So I went for it. I mean, you look at some of these results. Oh, we're just scoring goals.
I can't believe there's nil-nils.
What's going on there, eh?
There's 2 nil-nils.
Yeah.
That team that you took that player from, 0-0.
I had to be a little bit gentle with them because I took their best player, didn't I?
Yeah, but then some of them, you're not even conceding goals.
No.
Swindon, I mean, there were Swindon and Maribor, to be fair.
Yeah.
But the games where you're playing in the Premier League, are...
Everton in the FA Cup, 5-2.
Yeah, you are conceding goals. You're just scoring more than them.
Yes. That's what it's all about. As I always called it in my lifetime, the Kevin Keegan tactic when he was at Newcastle. We'll score more than you.
Oh, this is amazing. I cannot believe
I should name that
worked.
tactic, really, the Kevin Keegan tactic, really.
Yeah, this should be something that you go back to every now and then.
Just
when,
see how it goes.
When we're in a versus rebuild, backs against the wall, bring it out. Bring it out. I've been lining it up for 3 seasons, like your 3 up front. Look how many goals have been scored. The front 5 are going mental.
Unbelievable.
31 from Franquinho with 16 assists. Chido Obi, 29 goals. Matt Dowdle, that signing, that free transfer, Matt Dowdle, 28 goals, 27 assists. Unbelievable. I bet you couldn't believe it when you were like, this is what we're playing.
Yep.
Peralta done very well, as did Nuno Valente.
Yes.
Phenomenal stuff. Who's seen that coming? Because I'll tell you what, it weren't me. It weren't me.
It wasn't me, not
You got £55 million. The big one has been won. There's another trophy as well. So that's what now? 9 trophies in total.
Yeah.
Going into season number 10. Just one transfer out for season 10, bringing in £28 million that Dad probably didn't get his hands on. 3 players joined the club, with a new gen coming in from Italy. Ortorbi, who cost Dad £58 million. And finally, Gustavo Sa, who again was an amazing free transfer for Sunderland. So with this being the final season and the main task complete, I'm excited to see what Dad does with this team in season 10. All right, you spent about £64 million.
Yep.
Ortorbi was the most expensive, 58, but I think Gustavo Sa for free transfer, knowing the way you're playing,
yes,
it's probably the better option there that you've got.
I think over the sort of like, we're in the 10th season now,
yeah.
My 3 signings have probably been
easily the best.
And you started off with Frank Kessie.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think I've got some really good free signings out of this.
Still rocking with it. I'd have been
Come
so
on.
annoyed if you changed it.
You,
And it would have just been you, the Tinkerman,
Yeah.
to change it.
I couldn't. I think I just changed the row for Sad to go in as a shadow striker. I think that's all I changed really.
Okay.
I think that was more his sort of role, and I wanted him in there really. So
Yeah.
I mean, looking at that, I think is it 2 or maybe 3 signings on that front line? I think it's definitely 2. And it's the winger as well.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think what a side this was really.
All right, well, don't forget as well that on patreon.com/Mega Gaming or on the YouTube channel membership page, we put the save game file at the end of this. We'll name the tactic, and it'll be a surprise for wherever it's going, forever downloads it. Will be a surprise for whenever you upload it to see the name of the tactic, and you can give it a go yourself, because obviously Dad's tinkered with everything, including the instructions, and somehow made this work. Don't know how, but I'm so excited. Now, the fixture schedule. It's a good start. We played Arsenal again.
Yes.
What is this fixtures? This is mental. You are also 3-1 up and lost the lead to that one, 3-3. But
Mate,
you did beat Liverpool.
And look who scored the goals.
And Sarr got both
89th
goals.
minute. I love a late goal at Anfield. Come
Yeah,
on.
very good. And Wrexham in
Yes,
the
they're
Premier
doing well.
League.
Yeah. Yeah, good with them.
Oh, Ryan Reynolds crying into his half-time pie. I know, actually, into his full-time pie, because you were 1-0 up. You
Yeah.
beat the Gustavo Sarr again. Another late one.
So
With-
this is my best start of the season for the 10
This is
seasons.
definitely your best start,
Yes.
which is crazy. Matt Dowd will, of course, kick things off in the Community Shield. Season number 10, then we got 9 trophies. Let's make it 10. Let's make it 10
Let's
trophies
make it 10.
in 10 seasons. I only asked for 5. I just wanted one of them to be the Premier League. That's already been completed. Season number 10, what's going to happen? I mean, anything. Anything can happen in 10
Mate,
years.
we just know this tactic scoring goals, so I've just gone with it again. See, just lay it out there and see what happens.
Yeah, let's find out.
Will it happen in the Champions League?
Oh, God, don't. I can't handle it. After season 9's high, I was worried that Dad wouldn't be able to top that in the final season. But again, I was wrong. 2 players scored over 30 goals, one of them being Valente, who bagged 35, while Francolino, still banging them in, got 31 and also 18 assists. Such an impressive season yet again, and Dad has left me absolutely shell-shocked. Because at first he brought in the FA Cup, once again beating Leicester at Wembley 2-1. Bringing in back-to-back Premier League titles as well, with 89 points, 5 ahead of Arsenal, and with Nuno Valente as the league's top scorer too. And it doesn't stop there, because Dad went all the way in the Champions League, knocking out Man City, Inter Milan and Spurs to get to the final where Real Madrid was waiting. And from kickoff, Dad scored to take the lead. Real Madrid came back and equalised and maybe looked to go on to win the tie, but Sunderland battled through, scoring a second by Peralta and even a third to lift the biggest prize in European football, winning the treble and adding 3 trophies to Dad's total. A treble! A treble!
Come on!
What? How have you won a treble with this?
Sunderland, come on!
How have you won a treble with this? Champions League, I mean, actually 4, because you won the Community Shield, because everybody counts that.
Yeah.
The Premier League, 89 points, won it by 5 points. Amazing. The most goals as well, as you can see, 106 goals. The FA Cup, lovely stuff. Beat Leicester 2-1. It was a close one. And then you're thinking, oh, we've done quite well in the Champions League, but it is Real Madrid. The competition's best ever.
Yeah. I looked at it and I thought, Real Madrid in the final, why? Why can't it just been one of the smaller teams and bang, 3-1? Thank you very much, I'll take that.
Oh my God. Unbelievable.
I'll go back to that again. Look where the goals went in. Look.
Yeah, you went
Own
first goal.
And then they scored straight after.
Straight after. I can't believe
Then my
this.
boys took over and showed him who's the best
is
team in Europe.
this?
Who's the
How?
best team in Europe? Sunderland.
How has this done it? I mean, let's look at the squad. The champions. How have they done it? I only asked for a Premier League. We've come away with the Champions League. 35 goals from Nuno Valente. 31 from Francolino with 18 assists. 24 from Chido Obi Martin. 22 from
new
Gustavo
signing.
Sarr, the
Freebie.
free transfer. Talby still getting 24 assists this year. Matt Dowd, that's actually disappointing from him.
Was, yeah.
Only 14 and 17. Look at all the assists. This is now my new favorite tactic that I cannot believe actually works. And you can get it as well on the Patreon or on the YouTube channel members. But what is that? I mean, you've gone from really disappointing me in that first 7-8 seasons.
It did, didn't it? I went back to the old Omega Dad tactics where I just attack in the Premier League. That's why I always feel more comfortable. I got an eye for finding strikers. I struggle with other players really, and I've done it again. I pulled the rabbit out of the hat. I got a couple of really good free signings. That's what done it for me because I was struggling. When I got to season 8, I think it was, and the percentage went down to 30%. I thought, oh no, 3 seasons without having any money, and what am I going to do? And up they pop. The little freebies come out again.
Yeah.
So
unbelievable.
Along the way, it helped me out getting Kessie in. So there's a few good ones there. Otamendi coming in. Yeah, it's done me well. It did. I had a solid defence there, but didn't I have a good attacking forward? And I took advantage of it.
Absolutely. What a career that you have had. And we're looking at the trophies here. That final season, 4 trophies. That is absolutely mental. So going through your career actually counts it for us. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 14 trophies in 10 years. Unbelievable. Obviously, they're counting Super Cups and Community Shields as well, which we didn't. But for the sake of that, 14 trophies. Unbelievable.
2 of them the Premier Leagues.
Yeah.
Take that.
I can't believe that worked.
So if you're going to learn anything out of this, when you're in the Premier League, get attackers in and go for it.
Absolutely. Well, there you go. If anybody's taking it on, you got £62 million. Don't change the tactic. And if you want the tactic, you know where to find it. Patreon.com/Mega Gaming. All the YouTube channel members. We'll name this one something quite funny, so you can have a look at it and give it a try yourself, because it probably won't be the last time we see this, knowing how bloody good it is. But I really do appreciate you all watching. Thank you very much for getting to season number 10. Well done, Dad. Amazing achievement. You are definitely my father, because I am a man who loves absolutely wild tactics. It's the reason why I love watching people like Stinger, etc. For wild tactics like this, and they actually work. So I'm so proud. That is absolutely amazing. Thank you very much for watching. Make sure you subscribe. We're trying to get to 200k subscribers.
Just push that button. It's free.
That deserves to be subscribed for. We'll see you on the next one. Here is another 10 season video where I took over Barcelona.